Oh, good. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to ask.
Away. Okay, should we get started?
Let's do.
Okay. So first of all, we want to welcome all of you here tonight and want to thank you all for being a part of our parent booster and chorus meeting. So welcome to chorus. We want to welcome back all of our returning chorus families and welcome all of the new freshman families that have joined us this year. So you're in for a treat. So you're part of great company here with Walton Chorus. You've made a fantastic decision to be part of Walton Chorus. It's an amazing, amazing group of folks, and the experiences that your student is going to have is something that they'll always remember. So Walton Chorus is interesting because it gives students an opportunity to connect virtually, of course, but it gives them a chance to take a deep breath and sing. And it's an opportunity they don't get in any other class that they have at Walton High School. And it provides something over their 4 years at Walton that's invaluable. It provides them that opportunity to connect that we mentioned. And also it provides an opportunity for belonging, for learning, and also for stress relief. So I did some research online, and it's interesting that there are several science articles out there that actually say that singing produces the same feel-good brain chemical, serotonin, as chocolate. So who knew? I had no idea. I don't know, Jana, Maggie, I don't know if you knew that either. Or Leah. So yeah, it was pretty good. But all seriousness, we want to get through this material pretty quickly because we know you guys have a lot going on and there's a serious thunderstorm going on right now. So we don't want to lose connection in the midst of this. Or have anybody have any difficulties. We'll record this and we're going to post it on the Walton Chorus website along with the PowerPoint, so you'll have access to that. So without further ado, that's my welcome. So I'm Rebecca Woody. I'm the booster president for chorus this year. I'm fortunate enough to work with our choral director, Dr. Williams, Dr. Jana Williams, who will be speaking in a moment. Also, chorus president, part of the students is Leah Banco. And Leah's on here, you can see her, and she's going to be speaking. And also our assistant director, Maggie Allen, is going to talk to you about some really important information about communication, some things, what you need to do and what you need to get done, because that's probably what you care about right at this moment. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about booster business and introduce you to our board, a group of fabulous folks who volunteer to really make this a great experience for your students, and to assist Dr. Williams and Mrs. Allen in what they need. So I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Williams so that she can talk to you a little bit about chorus.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. You are just an awesome president. And I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I want to especially thank all of our parents who are so involved, to all of our booster officers who we could not do this without you all, and without all of our boosters who contribute and support. You as parents and students have already received this year your materials, your chorus folder, your goodie bag. That was all a benefit from your chorus boosters, and they do so much for us, and we're just incredibly grateful. Mrs. Allen, our other chorus teacher, as you probably already know, is absolutely fantastic. And I want to thank her for the tremendous job that she does and for all that she brings to all of us. I don't know what we would do without her. She is just, she's just the best. I also want to acknowledge our instructional team, because thanks to your generosity, we are able to have professional accompanists like Lynn Taylor, who happens to be Mrs. Allen's mother, but is an incredible voice teacher as well as pianist. Laurel Harrell, who we have as well. And then this year, we're also going to have some clinician from Dr. Brian Williams, who is going to help with our guys. We are excited about chorus, even in this virtual world. We are following the science. We are looking at the research. Right now, I'm sure you know that the deep breathing that we do, the way that we express ourselves through singing, transmits aerosols that makes singing right now as a group together in person very dangerous. So we are very happy that we can continue to sing, because like Ms. Woody said, Singing is so important for your student. Oh my gosh, we feel like we are the only subject that truly is your mind, your body, and your spirit. And so we are confident of the importance of chorus in your students' lives. And we are glad that we can still do this through a virtual platform. And we are going to do our very best to make it an awesome experience. We're going to keep singing until we can get back to singing together. Our choral program is one of the largest in the Southeast in high school. You see now our 6 choirs that are during the school day. We are excited about that. Seniors, let me tell you that for chorus, in addition to every choral student being able to letter, which I think Mrs. Allen is going to talk about in a little bit, seniors can be acknowledged by the Tri-M Honor Society, which they get a cord at graduation. They can also earn the Georgia Fine Arts Diploma Seal. All of these things are lettering. These other 2 activities are important things that colleges look at when they are trying to decide on admissions. They are wanting to see students who are well-rounded. Some people ask me when it comes to lettering, my child lettered or earned a bar last year. We weren't able to have our end of the year banquet or celebration. Where is my letter? Okay, we have the letters and bars, and we will be distributing those to those who earned them. We're going to do it along with this year's chorus t-shirt. So every chorus student this year is going to have the Walton Chorus t-shirt for 2021. That's going to be our uniform this year. And we'll have those that earn their letters or bars pick up that when we pick up our t-shirts in September. Even though there are lots of things we're not going to be able to do, like, for example, this semester, probably not going to be able to have our usual concerts, we are planning to have a virtual holiday concert, and we are super excited about that. Our outing that we were going to sing at the Mets, Braves versus Mets game in September, we're not able to do that, but I've requested a date in April, May. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that we're still going to get to sing at the Braves game in April and May. I also want to acknowledge our incredible student officers who help run this program. They are the backbone of our program. They assume so many roles. They have so many incredible ideas, and we lean on their expertise and their creativity and all that they bring to the program. And so without further ado, I am thrilled to introduce this year's Walton Chorus President, Leah Banco. Thank you, Leah.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what chorus means to me and my involvement in the choral program at Walton. So I've been in chorus since middle school, and I joined Walton Chorus as a freshman in WCC. And since then, I have worked my way into a cappella, and I'm now a senior in a cappella and the chorus president for the 2020-2021 school year, which is looking a little different, but I'm still super excited. I know that all of the student officers are very excited. We have a group chat, and ideas have just been flying through about how to keep virtual learning entertaining and improving our music skills and everything that comes along with some of these new virtual challenges. So I know that myself and the other officers are very excited to be working on some of these virtual activities for this year. But I wanted to talk a little bit about how chorus has impacted my life as a student. And I think that it is such an important part of the day. It is not only just a break from class, but it has an amazing, how do I word this? It gives you an amazing connection with other people who appreciate music in the same way that you do. And while it's not technically schoolwork, I think there are so many lessons that you can learn from it, just with, learning how to balance yourself with other students and, really being confident in your voice part. And I think those are huge lessons that you can apply to the daily world. When it comes to parent volunteers and boosters, You guys are a huge, huge part of the program, just from volunteering with the fashion show, with, concerts backstage, helping with Braves games, with everything, as well as donations so that we can, provide uniforms, provide t-shirts this year, which I'm very excited about because I got to help design the t-shirts. So that's very exciting. But, helping us all have folders for our classes and being able to distribute music to musicians at home has been very, very important this year. So I think that is wonderful. And I thank you all for being here tonight, and for Dr. Williams, Miss Woody, and Mrs. Allen for having me as well. And just as a final note, I wanted to say that I love chorus. I appreciate everything that it's given to me, and I think that we are going to have a wonderful year.
Leah.
Thank you, Leah. On to you, Maggie.
Hello, my name is Maggie Allen, and I am the Assistant Choral Director. I am so thrilled to be with you all. I know that it is very different this year being together in this medium, and it's a tiny bit sad, but I still think that I have the best job in the world. And I love this program. I love these kids. And since she bragged on me, I'm going to brag on her. It just doesn't get any better than Dr. Jana Williams. She is one of the reasons that we have one of the largest programs in the Southeast. It is thanks to her leadership. And a small fun fact that I just want to share, because I feel like a lot of people won't know this about me. When I was a sophomore in high school is when Dr. Williams came to Walton. So I got to be in the top choir with Dr. Williams for 3 years. And then my life did, I don't know the proper term. I'm not a math person. 180, 360, not sure. Anyway, and then I ended up back here, and I get to work with her now as a colleague. And I have never been more honored or humbled in my life. And I could not do this without her. And we like to call ourselves the best team since Batman and Robin. So here's Robin, here to tell you about administrative things. I'm the administrative person. So a note that you should make is, my name's Maggie Allen, but my legal name is Emily. So if you need to get in touch with me, my email address is emily.allen@cobbk12.org. I'm not trying to hide from you. It's just a thing my mom and dad did. So feel free to contact me anytime you need. So what do you have to do? I've gone over this, as has Dr. Williams, with all of the students, but so you know, the two most important things is to follow the CHARMS instructions so that you can update your information, input your t-shirt size, pay your $55 participation fee for the Booster Club. All of those instructions can be found on your student's digital chorus classroom, or can be found on the Walton Chorus website at waltonchorus.com. That is the first part, updating your CHARMS information, of your student's first non-performance task grade, which is 20%, so it's important. It's good to be able to earn that. You may proceed with the slides. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this or not, but Rebecca?
Got it. There you go.
Awesome. The second thing is to review the handbook online at waltonchorus.com. and then complete the handbook verification form, which also can be found on your student's digital chorus classroom, or can be found on the Walton Chorus website under forms and documents. So that combo of activities, the updating your information on CHARMS, whether you're new to chorus or whether you're returning and you're just making sure it's still correct, and then reviewing and completing the handbook verification form. Those are the two pieces that are going to make up that first non-performance task grade. And again, your students are aware of this, but that's just an important thing to remind them of. And we also ask that you as parents review the handbook with your students, and you have a sweet little digital signature sign-off moment on the verification form. So make sure you check that out. We ask that you go ahead and complete the task tonight, just so we can get the ball rolling and we don't have to wait for late submissions. But the final due date for these tasks is this Friday, the 21st of August. And then we ask that on the CHARMS website, charmsoffice.com, if you scroll to the bottom, you can input your email address, and then you will get a notification every time we post something new to the website, so that you can remain on top of all of the different happenings in Walton Chorus. Really, waltonchorus.com is our main repository of information. So we want to make sure that you can get all of those announcements as quickly as possible. So if you go to charmsoffice.com, put your email in at the bottom of the screen, that's a really easy way to make sure you're going to be up to date at all times.
Okay, so I'm hearing some comments about the volume, and I'm trying to adjust the volume and see if there's a way to do that.
My volume?
I think it's the whole event volume, so let me
I just
take
turned mine up a little bit if that helps.
Okay, thanks. Can you guys hear me okay?
I can.
Okay,
I can too.
okay, great. Okay, thank you. Maggie? That's perfect.
Well, I think I have one more slide.
Okay, let's go.
Just one more.
There you go.
Here we go. So another quick thing we just want to touch base on, which I'm sure you've heard about a lot because I think that you've gotten word from all of your students, teachers, as well as from Dr. Melanda. We have a new policy at Walton now about student Zoom profile names. So starting tomorrow, we're going to require that all students put in their first and last name in the Zoom app profile before logging on to live sessions. That's extremely important because if you do not do that, the students are not going to be able to be admitted from the waiting room without their full name. So if they have been joining Zoom sessions up to this point with just one, their first name or without it written in a very specific way, they're no longer going to be admitted. So it's important that they follow these steps. Students should put their legal name first. Students should put their legal name in parentheses. Put their legal name in parentheses if they go by something other than their first name, like me. So if John Doe, who goes by Jack, it would look like this. Jack is his nickname, John is his legal name, Doe. Me, my name is Maggie Allen, but my legal name is Emily. So mine would read Maggie, parentheses, Emily, last name Allen. Then that helps us to know not only what your child's nickname is, but we have the legal name to verify against our roster so that we can increase our security measures. And all of that has also been posted in your students' classroom, but we wanted to go over it here with you as well so that you can follow up with them to make sure that that's what they're doing tomorrow when they join any of their live sessions, and that's what they continue to do from this point forward.
Thank you.
I think that's about it for me.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about boosters. The first thing that I'd like to cover is the booster board. So these are a group of folks that are fantastic. They are amazing at what they do, and especially right now they're shifting and moving and doing things to support your students, your children, your teenagers, and also support Dr. Williams and Mrs. Allen. So first we have Nicole Robertson, who is our VP of Booster Relations and Fundraising. So if you have any questions with booster donations or anything like that, you can talk to Nicole. Kat Wilson is our VP of Administration and Volunteers. So she will be working on many different things, including helping with the t-shirts and other areas this year, along with volunteers, especially in the spring, as we're able to do additional things in person, hopefully. That's the plan. Kristen Erno is our treasurer. She runs and tracks and takes care of all of the funds. And Abby White is our secretary, and she does a fabulous job of keeping notes and making sure that we're tracking everything going on. Tiffany and Dana are refreshment chairs, and a lot of you probably saw their work in the nice little snack packs, little goodie bags that all of your students got with their music. Hopefully they enjoyed those sweet treats and some fun that were in those little gifts. And Stephanie is our uniform chair, and so you probably didn't see much from her this fall like you might normally, but keep your eyes peeled for the spring, and she's working with Kat on t-shirts and some other things. Angie is our program chair, so she'll be working on the program to support the holiday concert and also the spring concert. And Ellen is our new year-end celebration chair. So we'll work on how that's going to look, and it'll be an exciting event for the students regardless. Debbie is our silent auction chair. And again, she's also looking at online auction options and all sorts of fun things there. Jeff is our technology chair. He keeps us in line on the website and in all of our technology needs. And Glynis and Vicki are our fashion show co-chairs. And they're working really hard at an opportunity to give an online fashion show and some other opportunities for us to fundraise for Chorus this year. So hats off to all of them. They work so hard, and especially now when they're pivoting and keeping all of the same activities and opportunities for the students that they've seen in the past with just a little bit different twists this year. So it's exciting. So that's the booster board. Now, the participation fee that you just heard from Maggie about is for each student every year. And this covers costs that the students are able to have the advantage of things such as sheet music that you saw came home last week for all of the students. That's just for Walton, and then available for the students to use throughout the year. So as you see at all the different concerts, music's expensive. It's very expensive, as Dr. Williams and Mrs. Allen can attest. And then also accompanists, I got that right. I worked on that. I can never pronounce that word, but
You got
I've been
it.
working on it. They were pretty excited. So even those two items alone are $72 per student. So as you can see, we're asking for $55 per student as participation fee to help cover some of these items. And then also, this is paid when you update your charms information. It's completely tax deductible. If you'd like to pay by check, please email the chorus treasurer because we can't let you get access to the box that we normally have in the chorus room. So just email the treasurer if you do want to pay by check. If you pay online, you can do so, with no interaction, but we do want to give you all the options. And then this year, the chorus teacher, I'm not sure if you mentioned this, I'll just repeat it if you haven't, that it is our uniform this year. So just wanted you to know that that's what they'll be wearing for the concert, in the holiday concert, and in the spring. They tend to wear something different anyway in the spring for the spring concert and get very creative. So that's what we're doing this year. If there's any economic difficulties, because we know the time that we're living in right now, please email me at the email below and let me know if there's anything we need to connect on. So then also we talk about the booster funds and where they go, and a little bit about that really quickly. The expenses, as you can see here, the majority of the expenses that the boosters are supporting is the music and accompanists. And then as you can see, this is a muddled little graph because there's a lot of little items in here. So I've blown it up on the right-hand side, but there is the end of year celebration. There is the uniform shirts for freshmen. There's the virtual access to a holiday concert and editing that, which will be different this year and something new. And then on the right-hand side is the revenue coming in. So you can see that a good portion comes, almost all of it comes between our membership fee and the booster donations. So we sincerely appreciate all the help and support that you're giving Walton Chorus by paying your participation fee. And for all of those who can donate to the boosters, it really helps the program tremendously. So what is this in detail? The booster support is covering additional costs for that sheet music, because as I mentioned in the cost, it's not completely covered by the $55. A technical resource for the holiday concert. So we're going to have someone who can help us edit that and put that out there for you. It's going to be an amazing opportunity. Thinking about it more, I know that I'm going to be able to share this with my family who normally would not be able to come to Georgia to watch a concert, and especially not in this time. They're going to be able to see this virtually, which is going to be amazing for them. In the spring, our plans and hope is for a spring concert. So musicians, props in the program, the concert venue, refreshments, and all of that's part of where those funds are supporting. And then LGPE, All-State, scholarships, awards, year-end celebration, clinicians. There's a lot of things that are covered. So if you want to talk further, please reach out. I'm happy to talk to you in more detail about this. Donations then also have benefits. So we've set up a program quite a while ago about different levels, sponsor, friend, patron, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And with each level, you get additional opportunities. And of course, this year, some of these are pending depending on whether we're able to have this in person or not. And we're working on, if we're not able to have a spring concert in person, some other opportunities for those folks. Okay. Many organizations do matching gifts. So it's a great opportunity to, after you donate, to have your organization that you might work for, you know, help increase the income for the boosters, you know, the donation funds. So please, if you work for an organization that you think might have a matching gift program, it would be really great if you could reach out. It's really pretty straightforward, usually a simple form, and many times they match what you have donated. So if you have any questions on that, let us know, and we can step you through that. How do you donate? Really easy and straightforward. WaltonChorus.com, right at the top. And I think Jeff has put this in about 5 other places on the site too. So it's the red button, join the 2021 Booster Club. And if you click on it, you'll fill out a Google form. And that's really just to collect a few pieces of information that will help us, you know, acknowledge you in the program and other things. And then a PayPal link will allow you to donate to the booster program. Okay. So if you want to get involved with the boosters, there's 3 ways you can easily get involved. The fashion show, we need a lot of hands on deck, even if it's virtual, to put this event together. And same with the silent auction. Also, as I mentioned before, booster donations. So as you saw on the previous slide, and this whole deck will be available on the website, you can see who the chairs are, and it's also on the website of each different area, including the silent auction and the fashion show. And you can connect with those individuals and volunteer. Okay. So volunteer opportunities. So Kat Wilson coordinates and organizes all of our volunteer opportunities. That includes our spring concert, event chaperones. As Dr. Williams mentioned, there's an opportunity that we could possibly sing with the Braves in the spring. So things like that, refreshments, fundraising, fashion show, silent auction, year-end celebration. So reach out to Kat, her email is on here if you're interested in volunteering. And a note here that due to some of our remote learning, some of these are going to look different than they have in the past. If you've been in chorus for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 6 years like I have with 2 different kids that are spread apart in age, you may think it's going to look the same this year from a volunteer, but there's a lot of additional things like handing out music at the beginning of the year, handing out the goodie bags. So just email Kat and she'll put you on her list, and it would be great to have some of you assist in some of those areas. So your checklist, update your contact information, your t-shirt size, review the handbook and complete the handbook and the verification form, paying the $55 participation fee, sign up to volunteer, and if you can, make a booster club donation. Sign up to get the chorus news on the website, and then check the chorus calendar, update your calendar with upcoming events. And if anybody's interested in being a photographer for spring, we'd love to have you taking pictures of the chorus and all the different folks that are part of chorus and any activities that we can take part in. We'd love that. And even before that, if you're interested, we might be able to do some photo editing from different other opportunities. So with that, I'd like to drop over to give you a little treat into an example of a virtual chorus that you can see what it will look like for our holiday concert. So I am going to stop sharing and I'm going to share my other screen. So bear with me for just a second while I try to navigate a very small screen here. And where is my web page? Okay, can you guys see my screen? Jana? Maggie? Can you see the Harrison High School?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
I see Harrison High School.
I forgot to hit my little button. Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay. Hang on, folks. Just trying to make sure I get this right with the volume because it's not as much fun if you don't get all the good volume on this one. Okay, so this is an example of a high school chorus singing a virtual concert. Can you see it and hear it?
We do not hear it. We do see it.
You hear it?
That was a banger. Make sure to subscribe to Theta Dwelly for more great videos like this, you know.
There is a huge fundraising deadline.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. And I think what we need to do now is take a little questions and answers in the Q&A. So I think I'm looking at a few questions. A lot of hellos, this is great.
And Maggie, don't you want to talk about the lettering for this year?
Yes, I do. I just am feverishly trying to answer some of the questions. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about lettering this year. Obviously, some of you are new to Walton Chorus, so you don't even know about lettering. So let me start there. So for those of you who are returning, just tune me out for a brief moment. So basically, your students have the opportunity to letter in chorus every year by earning 100 lettering points to show that they have committed to something, gone above and beyond, and have taken that extra step to commit to our co-curricular activity. The truth is it's looked upon very well by colleges when students are submitting their resumes and their curriculum vitae, and including that for 4 years, they weren't only a part of Walton Chorus, but they lettered in Walton Chorus. I got an email. Sorry, I don't know how to turn this off. Anyway, So a lot of students take it very seriously because it's not that hard to do. There are many different ways to letter, and it's a good thing to put on your resume, and it's a great thing to work towards, especially if your student thinks that they're going to be in Walton Chorus for all 4 years. But it's even a great thing to do even if they're just going to be in it for one. So normally we have a list of ways that students can earn points on a form called the lettering form on our website at waltonchorus.com. We're currently in the process of restructuring the lettering for this year with Leah Banco's help and our student officers. We understand that we're not going to be able to do lettering in the same way this year because, for example, one way a student might be able to earn points is to go to an independent concert in the community. Well, there aren't going to be probably independent concerts in the community this semester, and we're aware of that. So we are working to restructure the lettering point system. And when we do, we will let your students know on our live sessions and in our digital classrooms. And I will also send out a communication either through Synergy or CTLS Parent, as will Dr. Williams, to let parents know that that newly adapted lettering form has been created. We are doing our best, but there were a few things that we needed to do before the lettering restructuring, but we're working on it now, and we promise that we'll let you know when it is all done. And feel free to reach out to me at Emily Allen, Emily with a Y, Allen with a Y, at cobbk12.org anytime, and I'm happy to answer your questions. Dr. Williams, is that good?
It was awesome. That was awesome. I was answering a question from a parent, from Ms. Houghton. She was just saying that there's been a little conflicting information about whether or not students need to use their middle names for the Zoom profile. And we were, the information that we gave you, and Maggie wrote a wonderful email that then I copied, was that they are supposed to use both of their names. But whatever Dr. Miranda has subsequently sent out, whatever she has said, she's the boss. And so that's what we go by. So whatever Dr. Miranda says is the final word. Okay. Thanks for helping us do this extra step to keep your kids safe.
We'll hang on for a few more minutes. If there are any other questions, please put them in the Q&A or in the chat, either way, and we'll answer what we can.
And Ms. Allen, we've had a question, another one about where they find the parent verification form about the handbook. Do you mind just saying that one more time?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. Of course I can. And I just want everyone to know, like, if this, I don't even know how this thing really works, but I'll still answer questions. If you guys if we end it, I'll stay and answer. Anyway, but if you miss me, email me. So the handbook verification form. So it is available to your student through their digital learning platform. But if you're like, no, my student, nope, not gonna happen through my student, totally fine. You can go to waltonchorus.com. You can click on forms and documents. And on that list of forms and documents, it says handbook verification form. You can click right there. It will take you straight to the Google form and you can fill it out. Your student can access the same exact form through their digital Chorus classroom. They can click on digital sessions, and then under the heading orientation, there is a little lesson that's called handbook verification form. So there are two different ways you can find that. And if neither of them work, you can email me and I'll send you the link. But please don't everybody email me. Does that answer? Hope so.
Any other questions? I don't think I see anything else. I think a few of you asked about getting your lettering points for being a part of the webinar. We have a registration list that will print out from the webinar. I know some of you have some exceptions, and we'll work through what those are. Like you have 2 students, and one of you're attending this once, because we don't expect you to sit through it twice for 2 students. So we'll work out how you get lettering point access and make sure that you're counted for both students and that you get credit. And also, even if you didn't put your name in, you can send me an email at the boosters, and I'll connect with Maggie and we'll make sure you all get credit. no worries. That's that's not what we're worried about on nitpicking on that. So I think there's a question, how do we log into Charms? I think we've had that. There's
Yeah, let me talk about that for a minute. That's a
Yeah.
popular one, and I'm the Charms guru. So, okay, so for those of you that are having trouble logging into Charms, here's what you need to do. There's a whole instructions sheet also at waltonchorus.com and on your students' digital classroom, but let me just tell you right now what you need to do. So you will go to charmsoffice.com. You will hover over the login button, which is blue. You will select the parent student helper login option. They're going to ask you for a school code, and I'm going to write the school code in the chat because it is case sensitive. I'm writing it now. I'm writing it in the chat, and I'm going to put it to, can I say everyone? Send chat to everyone. Here I go. So there's the password. That's the school code for the Charms account. Then after it asks for the school code and you put that in, it'll ask you to put in, I believe it calls it a student password, and that is your student's lunch number. It's the student ID number, the CCSD Cobb County student ID number. I think they've had it usually since middle school. I'm not exactly sure, but your student should know that number. And that's the number that they use to log in for the first time. Now, if you're a returning member, you probably have already logged on with that and you have been prompted to create a new password. What happens a lot is sophomores, juniors, and seniors in Chorus have forgotten their password, so they need me to reset it, which is fine. So if you're struggling and you're like, it's not recognizing my student's password, I don't know what to do, I'm a junior parent, email me at the emily.allen@cobbk12, and I am happy to reset it for you. And then you can go in and do the exact process I just discussed and use your student's lunch number as the password. And then you'll be prompted to make a new password again. Is that good? I think
That's good. Any other questions? No? Well, we'll conclude this. We'll get the recording up. It'll take a little bit of time for us. Sorry, I keep looking at my laptop and I'm trying to look at the camera. But we'll get this out to you guys on the website. So if there's anything you want to fast forward to and look at it again for any reason. And the PowerPoint will also be up there. So it has screenshots and shows arrows, where to go, and all that good stuff. So hopefully between those two, that'll help you and your student get to what they need. And we really hope you enjoy Walton Chorus this year. And if you're freshmen, for 3 more years, because I can say from experience, having 2 students that have gone through, it's an amazing experience. It seriously is the one class that out of all that time, my kids were in the same class all 4 years with a lot of the same kids throughout all of that time, and the relationships they built were amazing. So it really is. And in this day and age too, the opportunity to have a class where you're singing and just enjoying that type of stress relief and just being able to do that is a great opportunity. So welcome to all of you, and thanks for taking an hour or so tonight, or 45 minutes. We did it. Yay. We want to stay within an hour. And being with us tonight, and all your incredible, thoughtful questions. Thank you. Bye.